It may well be. The bottom line is that Israel and AIPAC like to have candidates on all sides of the contest, so it doesn't matter who the voters vote for, Israel will still win. And I think one of the reasons they're afraid of Obama is that even though as he moves center, he makes all the correct political statements about support for Israel and reigning in Iran and everything, but I think careful analysis has concluded that whereas both candidates are saying the same thing, McCain would actually be enthusiastic about it, and Obama considerably less so.
Okay.
And it's a very...
Okay, because that's what I'm hearing from Paul Craig Roberts and Richard C. Cook and yourself and so many others that I really respect are saying Obama is better. I just can't make myself wade in again and pull a lever for two parties I know are bought and paid for and all part of a one-party dictatorship. When we come back, Mike, A, am I right in saying you're saying lesser of two weevils, Barack Obama, Joe Biden? And if I am correct in that that's what you're saying, tell me why. You're saying looking at the subtleties. Tell us those subtleties on the other side. He's a great political mind. He's my mother's favorite person we have on air. She listens in Austin. Mommy. My wife likes listening to him, too, so... That's we've got him here. Mike Rivero, stay with us.
On a long, lonesome highway east of Omaha, listen to the engine moaning out his one old song.
We are examining the produce here, looking at Joe Biden compared to John McCain's little sweetheart. Mike Rivero, are you saying that you think the Obama ticket is better than the McCain ticket?
Marginally, I believe that it is. Now, I understand your concerns about Biden, and I share them. But Obama is a young man, and absent an act of violence, Biden is not going to get into that Oval Office. With the McCain ticket, with his health situations, I mean, we have to judge Sarah Palin not just as a potential vice president, but as a potential president as well. And that is where the hair really goes up on the back of my neck. Now, before we went to the break, you were talking about how members of your family like to listen to Barack Obama. And in this, he
No, I was saying listen to you.
Oh, me. Well, I'm not.
Yeah, I was saying we've got Mike Rivero here because my whole family says we love it when you have Mike Rivero on. My uncle says it, my wife, my mom. I'm saying my family because it's about all I hang out with is my family. I'm just saying they all like you, Mike. But go ahead.
Okay, good. Well, tell them all the checks are in the mail. So anyway, getting back to Barack Obama, one thing that he has that I see as a plus. Right now, as you are well aware, our nation is in such serious trouble. It is just amazing. And I think McCain being Bush light, people are seeing him as, more of the same, and it's very discouraging. If McCain wins, we really cannot expect to see much in the way of change. And with Barack Obama, the one thing that he does when he speaks, he has the ability to make people feel that change is possible. And right now, that is something that has to happen.
So you're saying things are so bad, you want a puppet that people can actually believe in because we have nothing left. I mean, that is really
what I'm saying is we're not going to get any change at all unless the American people feel it's possible and from there are willing to move to make it happen. I think if McCain gets in, we're going to see this nation just drift into this incredible torpor where everybody's going to think things are so screwed up and there's no chance of making it any better, that we're going to see ourselves become like the Soviet Union was just before its collapse.
Yeah, but I think that's good.
Drunk and nobody's trying.
Mike, I'm not weighing on either side because I can't morally make a decision here. But I understand the perspective you've got. But what if it's evil leadership? And because it visibly looks like change, they'll be able to fool people into greater levels of tyranny. And every indicator is the baton is going to be passed flawlessly from the shadow government of George W. Bush to the camp that controls Obama. And so I really don't see any difference there. And I say worse is better. You're always saying that. Make a dictator act like a dictator. Why not go ahead and totally discredit the government? I mean, don't we want this to be brought down, not continue?
Well, no, I agree with you, but it's a question of timing. And I mean, looking at November, okay, absent a violent revolution, we're going to be choosing between McCain and Obama. And I will agree that the difference between them seems less and less as time goes on.
So you're saying this is an academic analysis?
Well, it's more of an academic analysis because I don't think the American people are ready for a violent revolution, and I'm not going to cheer one on just yet. So if we set that aside, if we set the possibility of violent change aside, and yeah, I know the Ron Paul people are going to hate me for this, and I wish he had a chance at the White House, but practically he does not. So we have to decide if we're going to go with Barack Obama or with John McCain. Now, if you want to go with John McCain because you think it'll bring down about the demise of our current government that much faster, I understand that point, and there is merit in there. But I'm also looking at the point of view of your ordinary, average, working-class American who's trying to find a way out of this mess that we're in without, being willing to take up arms at this point. And I think if you're in that kind of a context, Obama, again, it's a marginal thing. It is only a small, marginal difference.
No, I see what you're saying. I mean, the whole system is in danger of completely collapsing, so we don't love the building we're in. But we don't want it to fall on top of us. So you're saying you think Barack Obama might buy us some time before the whole structure collapses?
I think Obama can pull us back a little bit from the edge of the cliff. And McCain, I think, is going to drive us right over.